Hello. I've not made a video for this channel in quite some time, and that's definitely something that I need to and want to get back to. And so I was trying to think, what should I talk about? Because I really honestly, I don't know. I don't have a lot of ideas flowing through my head right now of things that I should talk about and discuss. But I figured I'd start with just kind of giving you guys an update on my life and what's been going on. And truthfully, Uh, this year's been a bit of a wash for me in a lot of ways, including my faith. It has not been very strong. My Bible reading has gone significantly down, and just not spending a whole lot of time on it, and that's pretty shameful. If I'm being honest. Um, I think for me and just in general, I think for those of us that claim for our faith in God to be the most important thing in our life, and then we spend this much time on it. It's like, well, is it? Um, so yeah, doing some deep soul searching and um, doing some deep soul searching. And so what I've been doing lately, though, and by lately I mean in the immediate past 3 weeks, is I found this reading plan on the Bible app, and I just kind of use it as a guide. I go through it sort of at my own pace, and I don't really go on the app a lot. I like my in-hand paper Bible. But I've been going through the readings of Paul, and in this New Testament reading and journey, and what has become just like abundantly clear is this distinction of what it means to be in the body, what it means to be a follower of Christ versus not. And Paul really lays that out in these letters that he's writing to the churches. He's being very clear with that. He's like, this is offenses that you all have. These are things and practices that you are doing. These are things that you seem to believe but are against the words of Christ. It's not what it means to be in relationship with God, and you need to fix it. And this is what that means, and this is what that looks like. And he does it in this, what I partake is just a firm, straightforward manner, but he's definitely coming at it from a place of love. He's saying that I am following after Christ, and I want you all to do that as well. And I know that you want that for yourselves, even if you necessarily don't realize it yet, because that is the best for us. And that's what it means to proclaim this. That's what it means to be of God. It means to live within these set parameters. And that's important. And he's even, I don't remember the exact verse off the top of my head, so I'll find it and put it in the description. But he says, like, follow in my footsteps, follow after me as I'm following after Christ. And that's a big claim, and that's not one I'm gonna make ever. Like, no, don't use me as an example, homie. Um, but he does. That's bold. That's bold. And I just gotta tell you, like, for me, like I said, this year's just not been good. For a long time, my Bible reading consisted of like 2 times a week, and I mean, that's just not enough. So, like, my faith isn't like completely absent, but I, I definitely don't feel like my actions and all of my inner thoughts necessarily echo out my outer words, because like I also talk to people about God, I also talk to people about faith, and I'll do it in a variety of ways. Sometimes like it's about that like faith element. Other times it's more of uh, a philosophical or more academic type conversation. I'll just describe why I believe in Christianity and why I think others should too, versus other moral philosophies or other religions. And just their lack of substantial evidence, and there's just no comparison between Christianity and other belief systems when you really start to dive deep into them, because Christianity is one of the most persecuted, if not the most persecuted, religious holdings in the world. The Bible is the most studied text ever, and those sorts of things you just can't stack up against other belief systems. And so I'll talk to people about those sorts of things, but that's just not not the same. And I was reminded of this, amongst my Bible reading that's really been, thumping me on the head with, hey, we're laying this out for you, buddy. Do it or else. And so I listened to a podcast. It was the first of, I believe they said, a 6-week series. It's Chip Ingram's podcast, and this was the topic, fulfilling actions as much as you are other things, and putting that belief into true practice, into letting it really change your heart and your thought life, and flowing out of everything that you're doing, because there's distinctive differences there. And I haven't been there, there's been things that I've been holding on to, fears, anxieties, even some sins that are more consistent and perpetual in my life. And the Bible is also pretty clear about those sorts of things. Don't you can't hold on to those things. You can't have one foot in and one foot out when it comes to your faith and your relationship with God. He's very, very clear about what it means to believe in Him. He's very clear about the types of characteristics of the people that believe in Him, and He is very demanding of that, as He has every right to be, and I think as He should be. I think that living the sort of righteous life is something that should be taken seriously, and that should be drastically different in inward and outward appearance. Why wouldn't it be? And so I'm working on getting back to that sort of place where things feel more centered with Him, there in that centered place. And so I'm just kind of rambling on a little bit here, and I don't have any clear message exactly, other than that I've been struggling too. And so I'm sure there's lots of people out there that can identify with that, and I will close it out with that for now, because I want to make better videos than this one. They're a little bit more coherent. So just stay strong, guys, and dig back in. The answers are going to be in the Bible. They're going to be in the text. You want things to change, you got to dig back into the Word and finding that lost feeling that you have, can only be found when you turn back into Him. And so that's going to be my word of encouragement for you. If you are feeling any of the things that I've been talking about here, find the answers there, because He has them for you.